천자문,
千字文
千字文
In this lesson, we will look at characters 361 through 368 of the 1,000 character classic, the 1,500-year-old Chinese classic in which no characters are repeated. Throw oneself in with friends of shared values.
교우투분,
交友等分
交友头分,
Keep each other sharp and of refined standards.
절마장교,
節馬新規
切莫真规.
Let's look at line 91 character by character. The first character here means cross or exchange. The next means friend. The third character means cast or throw. The last one here means divide. The translation reads, throw oneself in with friends of shared values. Now let's hear it pronounced. You'll hear it from a recording in Korean, Japanese, and Chinese.
교우투분,
交友等分
交友头分.
Here's line 92. The first character here means cut. Next we have grind or polish. The third character means admonish. The final one means rule. The translation reads, keep each other sharp and of refined standards. Now let's hear it pronounced.
절마장교,
節馬新規
切莫真规.
Let's look at a few radicals or components. First, look at character 363. This one means cast or throw. If you break it down, it makes perfect sense, as you have the hand radical on the left and the radical for lance or weapon on the right. Next, look at the 364th character. It means divide. The top half is 8, which is itself a common radical element. As a radical, this means divide. This character, however, is indexed with the dagger radical. It's appropriate as a dagger is what cuts through the 8 character. The dagger appears again in character 365, appropriately part of the character that means cut. And here is a list of characters that also use the dagger radical that appear in the 1,000 character classic. Based on the 8 characters of these 2 lines, I've come up with a word list. I've tried to select words that are common and relevant to Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. Transportation,
교통,
交通
交通,
alternation, rotation,
교대,
交代
交代,
friendship,
우호,
友好
友好,
investment,
투자,
投資
投资,
enough, sufficient,
충분,
十分
充分,
kindness,
친절,
親切
亲切,
wear and tear, defacement,
마멸,
抹滅
磨灭,
maxim, aphorism, proverbs,
잠언,
箴言
箴言,
rules, regulations.
규칙,
規則
规则.
Have a look one more time at the words of this lesson. See which ones you remember. I've added 100% stickers to the words that are frequent and basic in all 3 of the languages. Okay, let's move on. That's a wrap for this lesson. In the next lesson, we'll look at lines 93 and 94, which ask us to be benevolent and compassionate, even in upended times.
천자문,
千字文
千字文
As always, I remind you that I make these videos partly for my own study purposes. My skills are not advanced in these languages, so it's quite likely I've made some mistakes or forgotten something obvious. So don't hesitate to point that out in the comments, and if you have a question, then drop a comment, and hopefully I or somebody can get back to you. The goal of the channel is to make a video for each line of the 1000 character classic while exploring language study methods and connections between the Chinese, Japanese, and Korean languages. I wish you happy and productive language studies.